What to say when a younger woman asks your age works every time for older guys. When a young woman asks, "How old are you?" If you plan to respond with something like, "I'm only 45, is that okay?" Or, "I'm 50 but I look younger," or, "I'm 55 but still full of energy," these answers may signal insecurity and potentially end your chance to make a good impression. It's crucial to understand that your age is not the issue. Rather, how you handle the question is what really matters. In this video, we'll dive into the art of responding effectively. Oh, my gentlemen, don't underestimate this question. Figuring out how to both win her over and showcase your personality is truly an art. Grab your pen and paper. Get ready to take notes on the tips and tricks we're revealing exclusively in this video. You want to hear the interesting truth? Stay tuned until the end. Hey gentlemen, so, do you feel comfortable when someone asks about your age? Comment 1 if you think it's pointless. Comment 2 if you feel it's necessary in a conversation. Before diving into these interesting tips, we need to understand the purpose behind why women, especially younger women, ask about your age. When a younger woman asks a man his age, it is rarely a straightforward query about the number of years he has lived. This question, often loaded with subtext, primarily aims to gauge his security and comfort with his age. In over 90% of such interactions, the underlying intention isn't to judge suitability based purely on age, or to find symmetry in their years. Rather, the question serves as a subtle test of the man's self-confidence, his assurance, and the maturity that ideally accompanies his age. A young woman is generally aware of the man's seniority by visual cues, such as his appearance and physical demeanor. Her query about his age, therefore, is not driven by a need to ascertain if they are age-compatible. She has likely already discerned that he is older, and to some extent has accepted this fact. Her continuing interaction implies an interest on some level. What she seeks through her question is an insight into his psyche. Does he view his age as a disadvantage, or does he carry it as a badge of experience and wisdom? This differentiation is crucial, as it reflects not only on his self-perception, but also on how he handles potentially sensitive topics. For a man in this situation, the challenge is to respond in a manner that reinforces his self-worth and underscores his maturity without coming across as defensive or insecure. An effective response would project his age as an asset, emphasizing the rich experiences and stable personality it brings. For instance, a confident, light-hearted remark such as, "Well, I've had a few more trips around the sun, each one better than the last," can deftly affirm his comfort with his age while subtly highlighting his zest for life. What you need to do here is answer confidently and self-assuredly, no matter if you're 45 or 55. If she says you're too old for her, it's important to answer in a way that keeps her interested and attracted. But how to do that is a quick 6-way method to assess her and the situation, so you have your answers ready. First, women will bend and break their own rules. Women have rules about age differences, but these are flexible. Initially, many women might hold to a standard that prefers a partner within a certain age range. This can be influenced by societal expectations, cultural norms, or even personal experiences. However, these standards are susceptible to change under the right circumstances. When a man who resonates deeply with a woman on an emotional, intellectual, or spiritual level appears, the numerical age often recedes in significance. Emotions play a pivotal role in human relationships. They often override logical assessments like age compatibility. If a man makes a woman feel excited, valued, and genuinely understood, she is likely to overlook the age difference. This emotional bond is crucial. It's not merely about making her happy in the moment, but about forging a deep, enduring connection that enriches her life. In this context, the importance of communication cannot be overstated. A man approaching a relationship with a younger woman must focus not just on expressing maturity and assurance, but also on fostering a genuine, heartfelt connection. He should strive to understand her aspirations, challenges, and joys, thereby building a relationship grounded in mutual respect and admiration. Therefore, when faced with the question of age from a younger woman, the response should affirm confidence not only in oneself, but also in the potential for a meaningful relationship regardless of age. By emphasizing shared emotional experiences and genuine mutual interest, a man can effectively transcend the boundaries set by age. While societal norms and personal rules might suggest a preference for minimal age differences in relationships, the emotional connection can and often does lead to a reassessment of these rules. For a woman, the feeling of being deeply connected with a partner who understands and values her can make age an irrelevant factor, showcasing once more that in matters of the heart, it is the emotional depth that truly counts. So how about you? Do you think the age gap in a relationship matters? Comment yes if you think it's very important. Comment no if you think it's secondary. Second, timing matters. Timing is everything, not just in comedy, but in romance too, especially when you're playing the somewhat delicate game of age revelation. Consider the wise words of the Stoic philosopher, Seneca. Time discovers truth. This holds particularly true when unveiling your age to a younger romantic interest. It's not just about when you tell, but how the relationship has evolved up to that point. Let's set the scene. You meet a captivating young woman at a local book club. There's chemistry, shared interests, and lively banter. The impulse might be to lay all your cards on the table immediately, including the number of years you've celebrated birthdays, but here's where the art of timing comes into play. Women tend to warm up like a slow-burning candle rather than a firework. Rush the process, and you might just snuff out the flame. The concept of the hook point is your ace in the hole. It's that pivotal moment when curiosity turns into genuine interest. She's no longer just enjoying your conversation, she's beginning to picture you in the chapters of her future. If you reveal your age before this point, you risk being prematurely judged by the number rather than by the connection you are nurturing. But hit that sweet spot, and your age will likely become just another number to her. So, the strategy is clear. Let the relationship's emotional connection build. Let her see the qualities that aren't as transient as age: your charm, your wit, and your ability to quote Seneca at just the right moment. Then, when the moment feels right, sharing your age will be just another part of the ongoing dialogue, not a record scratch moment. Remember, it takes a little while for that dial to turn up. It takes her a little while to warm up to you. She needs to have a larger sample of your charisma, your personality, and your swagger. She needs a little more time to see what you actually bring to the table, so if you reveal your true age too early, she might write you off and lose that incredible opportunity to get to know you better. And if you're an older guy, very often you are going to be her very best option. But you gotta override that logical mind. You have to help her out to give you a chance to see your true value, what you can bring to the relationship. Third, bait her curiosity. When a younger woman asks, "How old are you?" Turning this moment into a playful and mysterious exchange can transform a potentially awkward question into an opportunity for connection. The strategy is simple yet effective. Provoke her curiosity to keep her engaged. For instance, when she poses the question, respond with, "Well, take a guess. How old do you think I am?" This response not only shifts the dynamic of the conversation, but also challenges her to engage more deeply. Reflecting on a quote from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, "Curiosity is the direct incontinency of the spirit." We see that invoking curiosity can lead to a deeper engagement, prompting a continued quest for understanding. Suppose you're 45 and she guesses 38. A clever response would be, "You know what? You are so close. That is very uncanny. You are good, really good." This kind of feedback acknowledges her effort and flatters her judgment, while still keeping your actual age under wraps. Then swiftly change the subject to something engaging, or ask her a question about herself. This tactical pivot keeps the conversation lively and places her in the warm glow of your attention rather than focusing on the numbers. However, should she persist, the curiosity you've sparked now serves a dual purpose. You can say, "I'm impressed by your guess. Let's keep talking, and maybe I'll drop a few hints here and there." This approach keeps her invested in the conversation, eager to solve the mystery of your age. It's a playful engagement that builds anticipation and adds a layer of fun to your interactions. This method does more than just delay the revelation of your age. It significantly enhances the way she perceives you. Instead of just another man defined by a number, you become a captivating character in her story. You're someone who brings excitement and a sense of adventure to the mundane. As you subtly sprinkle hints and continue to engage her on various topics, her curiosity deepens, and so does her investment in the relationship. By the time she's ready to guess again, or when you eventually reveal your age, the number becomes secondary to the rapport and attraction you've built. Thus, effectively managed, baiting her curiosity not only circumvents potential preconceptions linked to age, but also enhances her overall interest and attraction towards you, proving once again that sometimes a little mystery can go a long way in romance. Before we jump into the next lesson, here's a shocking stat. 98% of viewers don't leave comments or hit the like button. If you found lesson number 1 helpful, drop a comment saying great and smash that like button to show your support. We truly appreciate you. 4th, playfully exaggerate. Alright gentlemen, the third method you can use when a younger woman asks you, "How old are you?" is to playfully exaggerate with her. So with this, instead of running away from it, instead of running away and trying to hide the age gap, you are bringing attention to it, you are exaggerating it. So, for example, if a woman asks you, "How old are you?" you can tell her, "You know what? I am old enough to be your grandfather. I only look this good because of all the plastic surgery that I got in Miami. Thinking about getting my biceps enhanced next." What you're doing is you're exaggerating the age gap. You're bringing attention to it. This approach doesn't just brush off the question, it showcases your confidence and humor, traits highly valued in any relationship. The reason this method is so potent lies in its ability to disarm. By exaggerating, you're not just sharing a laugh, you're illustrating that you're at ease with your age. This comfort suggests a broader self-assurance and maturity, qualities that are attractive and reassuring to others. It tells her that you are secure in who you are, and that age, for you, has truly been just a number enriched by experiences, not a countdown. Moreover, playful exaggeration serves as a litmus test for her sense of humor and her ability to engage with playful banter. It sets a tone for the relationship where age becomes a shared joke rather than a divisive barrier. This can be particularly bonding as it invites her into a shared space of humor and lightness, making the conversation, and by extension, the connection, more enjoyable and memorable. In the broader narrative of your interactions, such moments of levity can significantly strengthen the bonds being formed. They make you more approachable and relatable, qualities that deepen attraction. So next time the age question comes up, remember, a little playful exaggeration not only eases the moment, but also enhances your allure, turning what could be a vulnerability into a victory in the subtle art of attraction. 5th, flip the script. Alright guys, this 5th tip is actually my favourite tip. So what you're going to do here is flip it around on her. She's been asking the screening question, this evaluating the question of, "How old are you?" What you're going to do is flip it around on her and now screen and evaluate her. This tactic not only demonstrates confidence, but also subtly shifts the power dynamics of the conversation, ensuring you maintain a position of desirability. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In the context of our discussion, this translates to not responding to personal queries in expected, conventional ways, but instead turning them into opportunities to deepen the interaction. When a younger woman asks, "How old are you?" a common approach might be to simply answer directly and perhaps defensively. However, flipping the script offers a more dynamic alternative. For instance, respond with, "Old enough to know what I want. But what about you? How old are you? I need to be sure you're not too young for me." This response not only reflects self-assurance and a clear sense of purpose, but also cheekily reverses the roles, putting her in the position to reveal more about herself. This approach is effective because it plays on the element of surprise and challenges the usual narrative. It suggests you are not just another participant in the dating game, but a discerning one. Follow this up with a compliment like, But I have to admit, you've got great charisma to keep the tone light and engaging. This maintains a positive atmosphere and shows that you're not just about challenging her, but also about appreciating what she brings to the table. Imagine this scenario. You're at a vibrant art gallery opening, and a lively discussion with a younger woman leads to the inevitable age question. Your playful response not only diffuses any potential focus on age disparity, but also turns the table by asking about her age in a light-hearted manner. This does two things. It keeps you in control of the conversation, and it injects a flirtatious spirit into the exchange, making the interaction memorable. Such a strategy also tests the waters on how she handles light teasing and role reversal, which are important elements in a dynamic relationship. In the game of love, it's not always about playing by the rules, but sometimes about rewriting them together. Sixth, frame it positively. Here is the sixth tip for you. Frame it positively. I'm in my early 40s, and honestly, I'm loving every minute of it. These years, they've packed in more wisdom, laughter, and learning than I could have ever imagined. This isn't just sharing a number, it's a celebration of your journey. It shows that you're not just aging, you're evolving and savoring the richness of life's experiences. Picture this. You're at a lively dinner party, and someone half your age, intrigued by your charisma, leans in and pops the question, "So, how old are you?" Now, you could just drop a number and watch their reaction unfold, or you could spin it into a story that captivates. You lean in too, a twinkle in your eye, and say, "Let's just say I've been around long enough to know how to make each year count. Each year has been like a new chapter in a best-selling novel, and let me tell you, it's been a thrilling read." What you're doing here is not just answering a question, you're inviting them into your narrative. You're not old, you're experienced. You're not just getting older, you're getting started on the best chapters of your life. This approach shifts the narrative from age as a simple metric to age as an asset. It's about framing those years as a collection of invaluable lessons, adventures, and growth that you wouldn't trade for the world. This way of framing your age turns a potentially cautious topic into a compelling part of your story that draws people in. It suggests that with age comes a certain kind of freedom, the freedom to enjoy life with a deeper understanding, less anxiety, and more appreciation for the moments that truly matter. It's attractive because confidence, contentment, and the ability to laugh at oneself are qualities that transcend age. So next time you're faced with the age question, remember you're not just older, you're better, wiser, and most importantly, you're still in the game with plenty to offer. Isn't that a story worth sharing? Isn't that a perspective worth celebrating? Turn the table and show that every year you've lived is another year you've grown. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Seventh, bonus tip for you. Add 2 years to her guess. You might find this tip a bit confusing at first, but its effectiveness is quite surprising. Here's a little insider trick that turns the age question into a playful exchange, enhancing the flirtation and connection during your conversations. Let's paint the scenario. You're in a cozy corner of your favorite coffee shop, enjoying a lively chat with someone intriguing. She leans in, eyes sparkling with curiosity, and asks, "How old are you?" Instead of answering directly, you respond with a playful challenge. "Guess, how old do you think I am?" This response does several things. It turns the question into a flirtatious game. It involves her in the conversation actively, and it sets the stage for a bit of fun. Women often guess younger, maybe out of politeness or perhaps because they're hoping to flatter. If your actual age is 45 and she guesses 38, here's where you add a little twist by adding 2 years to her guess, making it a little closer to the truth but still within the realm of her expectation. You say with a smirk, "Almost. I'm actually 40. This technique is great because it keeps you in control of how your age is perceived without straying too far from reality. Why does this work so well? First, it shows that you're confident enough not to take your age too seriously. You're in on the joke. Second, by asking her to guess, you're engaging her imagination and involvement in the conversation, which can make the interaction more dynamic and enjoyable. It's a bit like a dance. where both partners are actively participating rather than one leading and the other following passively. This strategy of adding 2 years to her guess does more than keep the mood light. It subtly communicates that you are comfortable with your age. You're not desperately trying to appear younger, nor are you overly concerned with the numbers game. Instead, you're showing that age for you is just another part of your rich narrative, one that you're not afraid to have a little fun with. Moreover, this approach allows her to feel like she's part of a playful secret. It creates a shared moment of light-hearted complicity that can enhance the bond between you. When you reveal your age in this way, it becomes less about the number and more about the connection you're building. So, next time you find yourself about to reveal your age, remember this little trick. It's a way to keep the conversation engaging, to show off your playful side, and to demonstrate that for you, age really is just a number. 8th, focus on shared interests. One effective way to divert attention from the age question and foster a deeper connection is to focus on shared interests. When a younger woman asks, "How old are you?" steer the conversation towards topics that highlight mutual passions or hobbies. This approach not only shifts the focus from the potentially sensitive topic of age, but also emphasizes common ground, which is crucial for building rapport. Shared interests create a bridge that transcends age, allowing both parties to connect on a more meaningful level. For instance, if you both enjoy traveling, you could respond with, "You know, I've seen some incredible places over the years. What's your favorite travel destination?" This response subtly hints at your experience while engaging her in a topic that can lead to a more meaningful and enjoyable conversation. It also demonstrates that you value shared experiences and interests over numerical age. By focusing on what you both enjoy, you create an opportunity to showcase your personality and life experiences in a positive light. This approach can also help dispel any preconceived notions she might have about the age difference, emphasizing that your connection is based on shared passions rather than just the number of years you've lived. Shared interests not only divert attention from age, but also pave the way for deeper conversations. Discussing mutual hobbies or passions can reveal much about each other's values, dreams, and perspectives. It can also highlight compatibility, showing that despite an age gap, you have common ground that can serve as a foundation for a strong relationship. Furthermore, engaging in conversations about shared interests can be incredibly enjoyable and engaging, making the age question seem irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. In addition to enhancing the conversation, focusing on shared interests shows that you are an interesting and well-rounded individual. It shifts the narrative from age to the richness of your experiences and the excitement of discovering new commonalities. This strategy not only makes the interaction more enjoyable, but also positions you as someone who is confident, interesting, and relatable, regardless of age. By focusing on what truly matters, shared passions and mutual understanding, you can create a connection that goes beyond the superficial and touches on the genuine aspects of human relationships. 9th, highlight your vitality and future plans. Another effective strategy is to highlight your vitality and future plans. When a younger woman asks about your age, use it as an opportunity to showcase your active lifestyle and exciting plans for the future. This can help counter any stereotypes she may have about older men and demonstrate that you are still very much engaged in life and looking forward to new adventures. For instance, you could say, "I'm 50, but I've got so many exciting plans ahead. I'm training for a marathon next year, and I'm also planning a backpacking trip through South America. What about you? Do you have any big plans or goals you're excited about?" This response not only answers her question, but also highlights your enthusiasm for life and your active lifestyle, making you appear dynamic and forward-thinking. By focusing on your vitality and future aspirations, you can shift the conversation towards a positive and inspiring direction, showing her that age is just a number and that what truly matters is your zest for life and your willingness to embrace new challenges and experiences. This approach can help build a deeper connection and demonstrate that you are a man of action and ambition, qualities that are attractive at any age. Moreover, discussing your future plans indicates that you are not resting on past achievements, but are continuously seeking growth and new experiences. This can be particularly appealing as it portrays you as someone who is lively and full of potential. It also provides an opportunity for her to share her own goals and dreams, fostering a mutual understanding and connection. You want to hear the truth? There's just one thing you got to keep in mind here, gentlemen. If a younger woman asks you, "How old are you?" it means just one thing. It means that she likes you. It means that she likes you at least on some level. Listen, guys, a younger girl is never going to get into a conversation with an older guy who she has no attraction to. Guys, that never happens. Younger women only ask that question, "How old are you?" to guys that they're actually interested in. The act of asking about your age indicates a level of curiosity and attraction. It suggests that she sees you as a potential suitor and wants to learn more about you. This is a positive indication, even though it doesn't necessarily mean immediate romantic interest. It does imply that she is considering the possibility of a deeper connection. The crucial aspect to understand is that her primary focus is not on the number itself, but on your reaction to the question. She is assessing your confidence and comfort with your age. If you appear embarrassed, defensive, or uncomfortable, it may signal insecurity, which can diminish her attraction. Women often pick up on subtle cues such as facial expressions, voice tonality, and body language. If you exhibit signs of discomfort or defensiveness, she is likely to feel uncomfortable as well, leading to a negative impression. In essence, the age question is less about the actual number and more about how you handle it. Demonstrating confidence and ease in your response can reinforce her positive perception of you. Conversely, a nervous or insecure reaction can undermine your chances. Understanding this dynamic is key to maintaining her interest and building a potential connection. And there you have it, gentlemen. Navigating the sometimes tricky waters when a younger woman asks about your age doesn't have to be a stumbling block in your conversation. Remember, it's not just about the number, it's how you handle the question that truly counts. Whether you choose to respond with confidence, humor, or a little bit of mystery, the key is to stay true to yourself and keep the interaction light and engaging. Embrace your years with pride and turn them into your strength. Whether you're playfully exaggerating, flipping the script, or just being straightforward, these strategies are all about showing that age really is just a number, and what matters most is the connection you're building. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on how to enhance your dating life. Share this video with your friends who might also find it beneficial, and comment below with your experiences or additional tips on how to gracefully handle the age question. Thanks for watching, and keep tuning in for more tips on navigating the dating world with confidence and poise.